Welcome to 4 Movies, where I'll be discussing 4 movies that have something in common, but what they have in common, I know, but do you? If you do, say it before the end of this video, because at the end of the video, I will be saying what they have in common. So you gotta say it before then, so people will know you know. If you don't know, wait till the end of the video, I'll tell you, and then you will know. Okay, here we go. First movie, bam! Final Destination. It's like you see something. Like I see somebody maybe liking this video and maybe hitting that subscribe button, which would be super sweet. And if not, maybe death will find you. Is it because of this? Maybe. No, Bloodlines has come out recently. I think it's still in theaters, honestly. Right now, I think as of filming this right now, I think Final Destination Bloodlines is still in theaters. But the original is the original. Boom! Starring Devon Sawa. If you don't know what this movie's about, basically there's a kid on a plane who has a freak out. They get thrown off the plane because he's like, I saw everybody explode. And they're like, dude, come on now. You got to stop this. And then the plane explodes. But because of him getting everybody having the premonition and getting everybody off the plane, it distorts Death's design and Death starts hunting them down. I want to say, I think I saw the honest trailer for, I don't know, the honest trailer for, I guess, Final Destination in general. It's one of those things where, like, it's funny because this death doesn't just kill you with, like, a stroke or, lightning strike. This death kills you with super trick shots. Which is awesome. And I love the way that it ranks up. Ranks? Is that the word? No. Rank. Like, ratchets up the... Yeah, I mean, that's right. Ratchets up the tension in seeing the domino effects start. You're like, where is this leading? And it just... Ooh. That's what the fun of it is. Like, it's the inventive part of it, And enjoy it thoroughly. Always usually forget that Seann William Scott, aka Stifler, is in this. But Devon Sawa, I want to say Ava. It's not Ava though. Aaron. It's like a 3-letter name for the girl in this that's actually in the second one. I recently got the second one. I found the second one thrifting. I was like, oh man, I can't believe I don't have this in the collection. But went ahead and got that super iconic scene in the second one. This one, wow, bam! Final Destination 3. It's the roller coaster one. You start doing it. You start doing it where you're like, man, Final Destination 4. Which one's Final Destination 4? Is that the NASCAR one or is that the bridge one? Oh man, I don't remember. And you start thinking about like the death scene at the beginning. Who is it? Is that the highway one or is that the? No. Anyways, I don't think they've done C yet. Right. So first one's land. First one's air. Second one's land. This one's land, but no air one. Like I don't think there was any. No, sorry. No C one. At sea could be interesting. Yeah, no, that could work. That could be interesting. I wonder if that would be cost efficient too. Probably got some ocean liners about to retire or something like that. They look, just go in there, film it, bam, done. So they see the boat crash. Premonition of the boat crashing, or no, premonition of something happening on the boat, where it's like they stop people from dying in this accident in the boat, but like they can't get off the boat. Use that as some good. Maybe I don't know. That's gonna be Final Destination Bloodlines 2. Maybe. Anyways. Final Destination 3 is with the roller coaster. One of my favorite scenes in there is there's an actor named Texas Battle. He's like, man, yeah, forget death. I don't even care. And yeah. And these two like swords go and just get them. And one of the reasons that I like that is because it also is the few times that Head PE is in a movie. Like I said, the band Head PE I grew up on. That first album is solid. Like I said, the first album is solid. And like I said, I'll get into that whenever I get into my physical media collection on CDs and stuff like that. But anyways, Final Destination 3. Man, wow, the distraction just starts oozing in. ADD when it strikes. Final Destination 3, the compelling thing about this disc in general is that on it, it has a choose-your-own-adventure version of the movie. And it's funny because at the beginning there, they flip a coin. They're like, flip the coin. It's like, does the coin hit heads or tails? You go, it hits this one that it didn't hit in the movie. And it's like, whoa, wow, they all left. Nobody killed, nobody died. End of movie. But you can also pick the other thing, and then basically the movie continues, and then there's little scenes in there where you can change it up. Like they filmed different ways of it happening, which is pretty cool. And so this is the first time that I know of this happening on a DVD. I don't know if it happened anywhere else on a DVD. I know Netflix had a couple of shows that tried to go with that, with Last Kids on Earth, and I think there was it an episode of Black Mirror? I don't know what the world. There was something where it was like you got to do like a choose thing at the end or whatever. But this one, you can actually change it up where the one guy who gets the motor in the back of the head there he actually survives. Like if you pick the right buttons and stuff like that, and they have extra scenes on it. It's not a thing of like he's just like, oh cool, I'm dead, I'm gonna get out of here, and just never shows up in the movie because there's another scene that he shows up in. And you're like, oh cool, that's pretty cool. You know, they took the extra effort to do that, so that's pretty cool. And this actually follows the original creators' formula for the franchise, because the first one has what the first one is, and then their original formula was going to be disaster, group of kids get out of it, death's hunting them down for every single one. And then Final Destination and Final Destination 2 had like similar storylines, like not similar storylines as much as characters from the other one continuing on. They just wanted it to be like franchises, you know, different story. So I like how the franchise has panned out, and they're super fun to watch in my personal opinion. And great to see Tony Todd in there. Like I said, Bloodlines is, I guess, Tony Todd's last picture before Tony Todd passed away. The great Candyman. And yeah, so yeah. Rest in peace. Legend. The third movie in the collection, bang, Cliffhanger. If you haven't seen Cliffhanger, it is well worth a watch. Like I said, it is directed by Renny Harlin. There is a mountain climbing group, and at the very beginning, there's a mishap, and this mishap is parodied in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, Ace Ventura 2, with a raccoon. But they drop a girl, and then later on he leaves, and so like he comes back, and then he's like, hey guys, I'm just back for a little bit. Well, while he's back for a little bit, trouble strikes. There is a plane that crashes. The plane is filled with bad people, led by John Lithgow, playing an excellent villain, not as mentally disturbed as the villain that he plays in Ricochet, which Ricochet just is one of those things. Ricochet disturbed me as a kid. Like, what is going on right now? I was like, okay, wait, he doesn't like this guy. Yeah, okay, yeah, he paid for him to get it on in a pool with somebody. What is he filming it? And then I guess he did, but at the same time, it's like, now you have the clap. I was like, man, that is disturbing. That is a really disturbed villain. This guy is just straight evil. like I said, he's not disturbed as much as that. I mean, he does have the one scene where he sits there. He's like with the girl helicopter pilot, where he sits there. He's like, you know what love is, sacrifice. Bam, shoots her, and then he's like, now there's only one person that can fly the plane or fly the helicopter. Me. Said this is a solid action movie, really well played. Michael Rooker is also in this, I believe. I believe that's the name. Like I said, and he phenomenal. Like I said, he was also in Mallrats and Guardians of the Galaxy as I want to say Windu, but I don't think that no, that's Samuel Jackson in Star Wars. No, I can't think of his character's name right now. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. But in this, like, he's got the great line where the guy's sitting there, like, beating him up on, he's beating him up and he's talking about soccer. He's like, soccer. He comes over there, he grabs the gun from him. Season's over. He shoots him off the side of the cliff. So good. So good. Sorry if that's a spoiler for anybody, but excellent action movie directed by Renny Harlin, who also directed Deep Blue Sea. He also directed I don't know if he no, he didn't direct. I think he directed 3 or 4. I think he directed Nightmare on Elm Street 4, if I'm not mistaken. And then he also did a whole bunch of awesome action movies. Long Kiss Goodnight, he also directed that. He also directed Cutthroat Island, which probably wouldn't have lost as much money if they would have done more studio work instead of, like, you know, actually making like a giant ship and stuff like that. But if you can, you can. So that's good. And then we have our fourth movie. Unfortunately, a double-sided disc. As I was talking about on the video before, I am not a fan of double-sided discs. I think they're horrible. But double-sided disc, nonetheless, of a excellent movie, definitive action of its time, Demolition Man. Demolition Man is phenomenal, and it's about the future. Guy gets frozen because he's wrongfully accused of a crime, but he's frozen. And then there's also a psycho that was also frozen, and then the psycho is unfrozen, and then they're like, how in the world can we stop this guy? How about we get the guy that stopped him in the past? He's frozen too. Let's unfreeze him. And they come into the future in there, and also Sandra Bullock. All the roles in the movie are Benjamin Bratt's also in there, who was also with Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality, but phenomenal. Dennis Leary in there, Jack Black's in there for 5 seconds. He's got stories about making the movie where he's just like, I'm not even in the movie. Like 1-2 times. I was just sitting there like, oh, they don't need me and stuff like that. And then like the one day they need him, he's like, oh, whoops. And so like he got there and got it done, and he's in the movie. But yeah, no, every role in this movie, Wesley Snipes, like every role in this movie, I think is just pitch perfect. And so well done. Otho from Beetlejuice is in there, and just a phenomenal movie. So good. The director of this directed this and directed another movie called Excess Baggage. Excess Baggage, starring Alicia Silverstone and Benicio del Toro. Not as good as Demolition Man, but Demolition Man is just iconic, definitive action movie for its time. I could watch, like I said, this is going to be in my top 10 movies of all time. Like I said, my top 5 movies are solid. Demolition Man is definitely in my top 10 movies of all time. It's amazing. It's like, and like, for me personally, it's one of those things where, like, how do you pick the movies that are for me, top tens or whatever. It's a movie that I can watch a million times. Like literally, like that's why I'll sit there and be like, could I watch this movie a million times? And be like, yeah, yeah. So that's got to go up there. Anyways, thank you for watching this far. Thank you. Where are we at? We're 2 minutes. Oh, I think it might have started over. Whatever. We are at the end of the video. And if you made it this far, you're awesome. Stay awesome. That's great. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like it if you like it. And I'll be making a video a day till I get a silver play button or a gold play button if I'm lucky, or I run out of my physical media to show you. As I said before. See you later.